Today's question comes from Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and the writer asks the following. Can I designate, quote, my estate, unquote, as the beneficiary on a life insurance policy? I am making an online will and would like clarification. Okay, so first of all, great question, and I salute you for putting your will together during this time. The answer is yes, you can name your estate as the beneficiary of your life insurance policy, but the question I would ask you if I was working with you is, do you really want to do that? Because remember, if you make your estate the beneficiary of your life insurance policy, that means those funds will flow through your probate estate and be subject to probate court fees. So let's say you have a $500,000 life insurance policy, your probate estate would increase by $500,000 and the fees assessed on that amount would also increase. So you may want to do this or you may not. I can think of a scenario where you might want it to flow through your probate estate, and that would be if you have minor children and you want the life insurance to fund a testamentary trust for those minor children created in your will. Then you're going to have a probate for the will to set up this trust, because this would be a trust created under a will, and you mentioned doing a will here, and then you would want the money to flow into that trust upon your death. One other way, though, you could create a testamentary trust and name it directly on the life insurance policy designation. You could say, to the testamentary trust created under my will, dated, and put in the date you signed and created your will. So I guess if you were my client, I would want to ask you, what's your ultimate goal here? Are you trying to get the money to minors? Or are you looking to get it to the heirs as quickly as possible and without going through the probate court? Because in that instance, if they're adults, I would recommend you name them directly on the life insurance policy. If, for instance, let's say it's 2 adult children, then the insurance company would just send them the check when they provide the death certificate in the proper form, and it wouldn't have to go through the probate court. So it depends on your mix of assets and what you're trying to accomplish here. I see you're doing the will online, and again, I salute you for getting this done, but I would suggest that if you work with an attorney, one of the benefits you get is the ability to have this back and forth and ask questions, and then when I work with my clients, I try to help them design the plan that's best suited for their specific situation, and I try to ask, what is it you're trying to accomplish, and then we find a way to do that in the most cost-effective manner. So great question, thank you for asking, and we'll see you next time.